Harmony, y'all. It is 3/21/21. This is Deb Helfrich, hashtag redheaded She-Hulk. That's the persona and likely name of my first She Chappelle, Sticks and Stones, hashtag redheaded She-Hulk. The next Sticks and Stones. And you know who might just be writing the check? Diddy. Look at this. Yesterday, I successfully complete my own She Chappelle challenge. So, Chappelle famously, he'll pick the punchlines up out of a fishbowl. Just, whoa, what can I do with this? I'm just there, had a little cause to rap a little bit, challenge myself improvisationally to make music and end up with a rap song. Did it extraordinarily well. I went from besting Freud to America's ass song. No, it is not Sir Mix-a-Lot. Buddy. I do not understand why the loving, celebratory, community-based rap song Buddy is not America's ass song. Sir Mix-a-Lot. Oh, this. Look, for what it was worth, it was a great. The time, the place. There's nothing I would want to. I have nothing against. I like big butts. In its domain of influence. But what's happened is there is now a version with Sir Mix-a-Lot and the Seattle Symphony. I say to myself, well, this man expressing his truth, I'm 100% for. That it becomes how the nation views women, I'm not so okay with. You see, everything is both and plus. Is you can go, I'm totally supportive and down with Sir Mix-a-Lot and his own opinion. But when it starts being for commercial reasons, it's become the thing that's now associated with the nation via the Seattle Symphony. And I suspect there's probably a lot more cultural stuff celebrating Sir Mix-a-Lot's song. Well, how come nobody nominated Buddy? Diddy? Talk about somebody in love with hip hop. He's got a lot to say about hip hop. Who does her Chappelle's challenge by ending up taking a punchline of my own redheaded She-Hulk material that leads right in to Buddy. So the joke is, and it'll be one of the ones I'm sure will get circulated on the internet virally. Because it turns out I'm the little redheaded girl who's grown up to give Sigmund Freud vagina envy. Is that what I want to do with all that smarts? Win the white lady mid-age challenge. I'm gunning for Rita Wilson. Do not think that she's got a shot. I'm telling you, right out the gate. We're going to talk about Buddy on this plate. But before I let the herd out the gate, make sure all the levels are straight up. The jungle, the brothers, De Lasso, honor roll, black medallions, no gold. Thing is, right, what I saw on the Twitter, she barely have any emotionality. The words don't, I did not think she was recalling 25 years of memory in her rapping skills. Like I just put out there. I'm gonna talk about Buddy on this plate. I mean, what is a better segue to floor an Apollo audience? I just stunned them by giving Sigmund Freud vagina envy. And then I launched in to rapping Buddy. Oh yeah, I mean, I want to work with Dave Chappelle. I want to stand on a stage and do improv with Dave Chappelle. I think as philosophers, the two of us, we would be slaying stereotypes, creating taboo entertainment that nobody could resist. And that's all great and everything, but I really want to meet you. You too. That's this. Right. When you get to the point where you're alone in the world, which I am, trying to save yourself from chronic disease that was nearly fatal. I have a toxic mold exposure that really deadened my brain and my body. I have all of the communications just kind of molded over. So I use my philosophical brain to think through, well, I got access on the internet to all this bleeding edge science. I myself am rather partial to ancestral wisdom. Time tested. Written a movie based on me being so curious about African ancestral well-being strategies that I end up on a location scout in Landalozi in Southern Africa when the world suffers from all seasonal sunlight flu. I prognosticated COVID. In 2019, I wrote a movie treatment, which I submitted to Ron Howard's Imagine Impact Entertainment, and he passed. I think Diddy's a lot smarter than that. This movie, Landalozi, is I'm the match. I'm the little catalyst. How do I get to go on location scout to Southern Africa? Well, it just turns out I went to college with a Hollywood A-list actor. And I meet cute with him, reunite on the Twitter after 20 or so years. And say, you know what, Lamont? I got a concept for a movie that reunites you and Jill Scott on screen as the movie leads. And then there's introducing this redhead gives Sigmund Freud vagina envy. All right, asked a 10-minute pitch to Diddy's Revolt Media because the CEO liked one of my comments on LinkedIn. I'm a post, never would have seen my post. He liked one of my comments on an Asian woman's post saying, let's not co-opt say her name in Black Lives Matter because there's been a massacre of Asian women. You know, we need to stop white terrorism, but in every way, shape, or form, each marginalized group has a need to unite under the hashtag of their own choosing as a collective, while being mindful that that then targets them as a place where stereotypes sort of take away our humanity. The thing is, as individuals, we can and must search out belonging. But then we must not try to only see people based on the categorizations that we superficially notice. Everyone has a very unique heart, mind, and soul. And it is worth the time getting to know somebody. So I'm going to wrap this up with the brevity. Hey, Bo knows this and Bo knows that, but Bo don't know jack because Bo can't rap. What do you know? The Didog is first up to bat, no batteries included and no strings attached. I'm sorry, but in the world I inhabit, R.I.P. Fife is bar none the hashtag I encounter more than any other. Midlife white lady, rap loving, stand-up philosopher. Just come on, Diddy. Come on. Let's work together. Let's have some fun. And I almost got to play basketball with you. I have a colleague I worked with. He was in the Teaneck, New Jersey office. I was in the California office. We got along because of basketball. He saw that my screensaver was Scottie Pippen, and that initiated our conversation. So one time I was flying to do work, and literally, if I gotten there a little bit earlier, somehow, some way, something, he told me the next morning when I showed up, we were having coffee. He was like, oh, if I just known you were flying in, I was playing ball with Diddy last night. Nobody understands this when they look at my skin. I've been practicing anti-racist for decades. And I think right now is the time when the world needs to see a version of entertainment of somebody demonstrating racial harmony, of a white woman happy, est, and in her element when she's the only one with pale skin around. Works for me. And wanting to do so with sincere intent to help our world in this pandemic pivot to really think as philosophically, using critical thinking and creative thinking, what I have termed in my own proprietary way, life-centric thinking. That's the tip of my iceberg is my hashtag redheaded She-Hulk performing career. To here, while I still have red hair. But then beyond that, I want to found the Wellbeing Philosophy Institute to make clear, anti-racist, life-centric thinking about human potential and well-being a necessary global public good. When everything is broken, when everything is faulty to its core, when everything has been set up to build a civilization that dehumanizes almost everyone, we need to raise the global thinking quotient. And what better than rap? What better than feature films? What better than web series? Little tiny little complex essays, like little mini college lectures. That's what I've had to invent because philosophies went extinct and the world shows it. As this generation sees Socrates and the she Sherlock of human health, the only way I save my life is by learning that I can she Chappelle. Harmonia.